Hasbulla versus Conor McGregor is going absolutely insane, both on Instagram and on Twitter. Before we get into the news, make sure y'all like the video, comment who would win in a fight, Hasbulla or Conor McGregor, and check the description down below to see the timestamps for all MMA news topics in this video. But for the first topic of the night, we got Hasbulla versus Conor McGregor right here. First off, Conor McGregor out of nowhere at 6:29 p.m. randomly yesterday decides to comment on his Twitter, "I love to boot that little gimp Hasbulla over a goalpost," getting about 15,000 likes. Now, he did delete a lot of these tweets right here. The second tweet that he posted was how much to get him on the volley. The number 3 post was a little smelly inbred. Number 4 at 6:31, so it's taking him a few minutes to post all of these little tweets. The last one, I'm gonna make it my mission to score a 3-pointer with him one day. Hondaga! Not too sure what too much of that means. But we got Alexander Volkanovski, the greatest fighter in pound for pound in the UFC and Bellator, in any organization, the greatest fighter in the world as of right now, chimes in, "You'll have to go through me first. Leave my mate alone," at the notorious MMA. And that is not it. You thought that was it. You thought Volkanovski commenting, defending the great Hasbulla would be it. You thought Conor commenting all this stuff, deleting his comments, Volkanovski coming in to call out McGregor. You thought that was going to be it. But no, we have one more for you. Hasbulla roasts Conor McGregor for offensive Twitter rants yesterday afternoon on his NFT accounts. At least one of us maintained an undefeated record. Hasbulla 1, Conor 0. And then I believe he posted a few more times on his Twitter, "You won't though, your threats are worse than your bottle shelf whiskey. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey." Oh my gosh, Hasbulla's going crazy out here. Last one. Maybe you should have made it your mission not to fall asleep in the octagon. One more. I don't follow bums. Didn't know someone was running their mouth. At me next time at the notorious MMA. Oh my gosh, Hasbulla is going crazy. And we have one more, a little video right here. If we can turn the sound up a little bit. Alright, let's check it out. Hasbulla named his chicken. Oh my god, Hasbulla named his damn chicken Conor McGregor. Oh my gosh. This beef is getting crazy right now on Twitter and on Instagram. Hasbulla versus Conor McGregor. We got Volkanovski stepping in to defend Hasbulla, which means Hasbulla versus Volkanovski tag team on big, chunky, titanium, shin bone, whatever, Conor McGregor in 2023. That's going to be the comeback fight. I can't wait to see what happens here, but put your thoughts down below for this craziness in the UFC's catchweight division. Michel Pereira has accepted the Wonderboy Thompson fight. Now, this is amazing. I've been waiting for either a Wonderboy versus Kevin Holland fight, but then, Kevin Holland got set to fight Daniel Rodriguez. So I was like, all right, then we got Michel Pereira next. It got silent there for a little bit, then out of nowhere, boom! Michel Pereira has accepted the Wonderboy Thompson fight, and I quote, "I want to fight him, and he wants to fight me." I don't understand why this fight is not happening at UFC, at Dana White, Sean Shelby, Mick Mader, all that type of stuff. He's trying to get the fight happen. He wants it. Wonderboy wants it. Let's make it happen, UFC. Co-main event of a pay-per-view, at least on the main card of a pay-per-view. What do y'all think? Who wins this matchup in the welterweight division? Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett, has an eating disorder. We have the wig right here, but little did I know that this wig was on top of the head of a man with an eating disorder. Paddy the Baddy says it himself, and I quote, "I've partied Sorry, I've had party days, you know what I mean? I've been bad then. I got into gambling a little, and I was bad with that. I think now it's moved on to food. It moved from gambling, and now it's on to food. I genuinely think I am a food addict. I think I've gotten a bit of an eating disorder because of MMA, the weight cuts, dieting. I genuinely think I have a bit of an eating disorder. People, when they go out to eat with me, they're like visibly shocked at how much I eat. Now, this is interesting. I kind of had a suspicion. He probably does. He probably gets a one bite of a hamburger and he freaking devours it in two more bites. Is Paddy the baddie? And he weighed 206 pounds, the size of a light heavyweight in the UFC. And he's a lightweight. That is a total of 51 pounds gains after his fight with Jordan Levitt, which is just absolutely not even that shocking. But put your thoughts down below about Paddy the Baddie with the eating disorder. Do you think he can sustain cutting down to the lightweight division for the rest of his career? I highly doubt it, but put your thoughts down below. Pros pick Thai Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Ciryl Gane. The votes are 5-4 in favor of Ciryl Gane. Jeff Neal, the UFC welterweight who just knocked out Vicente Luque for one of the first times, I believe, ever inside of the UFC octagon, has Bam Bam winning the fight. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson obviously is going to go Ciryl Gane to win. Terrence McKinney has Ciryl Gane to win. Julian Erosa has Thai Bam Bam. Tuivasa, Brian Battle has Ciryl Gane. Chad and Helliger fighting at UFC 279 has Ciryl Gane winning. Tyson Bam Bam Nam has Bam Bam Tuivasa winning. Damon Jackson has Ciryl Gane winning, and Darian Weeks has Tai Tuivasa winning. I don't really know if these guys are being completely truthful. I think a few of them are just saying it just to stir it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit more interesting, make this vote a little bit closer, because there's no way that this many people actually think that 5 times out of 10, Tai Tuivasa wins this fight. I think Ciryl Gane is going to win this fight fairly easily. He's my most confident pick of the entire UFC France card. He's more technical. If Francis Ngannou couldn't knock him out, there's no way Tai Tuivasa again. Now, there's obviously a way. It's Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. But what do y'all think about this news in the heavyweight division? Robert the Reaper Whittaker fighting Marvin Vettori this weekend said he is just coming into his prime ahead of his next fight at UFC France. I have the best fights ahead of me inside of the UFC. Do you think that he is in his prime now after losing to Adesanya twice in his only middleweight losses to date? Or do you think he's going to fall off after the Israel Adesanya loss? Personally, the man's 31 years old. The dude is going to get a lot better. He's going to be a lot faster. His power is going to increase. His wrestling is going to increase. His jiu-jitsu is going to increase. I don't even think he's in the prime just yet, just coming into his prime. I would agree. In a little bit, 1.5 years from now, I'm saying that's going to be Robert Whittaker in his prime. And who knows what that Robert Whittaker would do to Israel Adesanya. We'll just have to wait and see. But put your predictions, Whittaker Adesanya trilogy prediction down below in the comments. Shamil Abdurakhimov is out of his fights with Jailton Almeida at UFC 279 in the heavyweight division. Up comes 8-0 undefeated prospect Anton Turkalj, stepping up on short notice at UFC 279 in the 220-pound catchweight division. The betting odds are out as well. I mean, they've already put them out this fast, and I kind of had a feeling they would, because it seemed pretty simple. Jailton Almeida starting at minus 1,500 on the betting odds and ending at minus 1,300. So money is actually coming in on Anton Turkalj, which is very interesting. But he's a 13-1 favorite. I believe that makes perfect sense. If I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, I think Jailton Almeida smokes him in the fight. But put your predictions down below. Bruno, Silva, and Albert Duraev set for December 17th via at Big Marcel 24 on Instagram. This is an interesting fight. They're both coming off of losses to pretty solid guys in the middleweight division. Duraev losing the doctor stoppage loss to Joaquin Buckley recently. Bruno Silva getting knocked out by Gerald Mershart. Getting submitted. He got rocked in round number 3. Then he got submitted because this damn GM3 getting the third round submissions. But now we're putting two guys that just got finished in their last fight in round 2 or round 3 together. And this is a close fight. Duraev, in my opinion, has a good chance of winning. If Bruno Silva goes out there with a very very slow game plan, he's not really letting his hands thrown. He's kind of going out there like Tyron Woodley or Trayshawn Gore, or one of those fighters that just sits back and waits for that opportunity. I'm going to go Albert Duraev to win the fight, because that probably means he's not going to be throwing that much, which means Duraev will be able to land more takedowns, maybe get a submission, some ground and pound, and things like that. So I think this is an interesting matchup. I'm going to go Albert Duraev as my early prediction. What do y'all think? Put your prediction down below. Jennifer Maia and Maryna Moroz has been set and is official for November 19th, UFC Fight Night via Big Marcel 24 on Instagram and Rafa Marinho. This is a good fight. Maryna Moroz just outside of the top 15 rankings in that flyweight division. Jennifer Maia has been in the rankings for quite a while. I think Maryna Moroz has a very good shot of winning, but put your predictions down below. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa to get a title shot with a win over Ciryl Gane. If you don't know, now you know. Ciryl Gane on the UFC rankings as of right now is ranked at number 1 on the heavyweight division's contenders. Stipe Miocic at number 2, Tai Tuivasa number 3, Curtis Blades at number 4. If Ciryl Gane wins, I'm assuming he probably is going to fight Curtis Blades. If Tuivasa wins, well, we have our answer. He will be getting a title shot, says Dana White. Dana White said if Tai Tuivasa can manage to pull out a win against Ciryl Gane at UFC France, he will get the next title shot. Who do you think wins this fight? And if Tuivasa gets a title shot against Francis Ngannou, who wins that fight? That is it for today's MMA news. We got Tuivasa, potential title fight. Paddy Pimblett with an eating disorder. Maryna Moroz, Jennifer Maia, Albert Duraev, Bruno Silva, Jailton Almeida, and Anton Turkalj. Michel Pereira accepting Stephen Wonderboy Thompson call-outs. Pros pick Gane Tuivasa. Whittaker just entering his prime. And of course, the Alexander Volkanovski, Paddy Pimblett, and Hasbulla, and Conor McGregor beef, which was just absolutely insane. That's what we got for today's MMA news. If you want the early scoop, and to keep you guys in the loop, go on to the Bert_MMA account on Instagram. That's my account. Has 1,700 followers. I would love for you guys to increase that amount of followers a little bit, because we got some crazy MMA news. I mean, that was all just today. 14 hours ago, we post about 9 posts just in one day about potential fight announcements, Dana White's comments onto UFC fighters, call-outs, pros picks. I mean, beef. I mean, everything there is MMA news, we got it on this Instagram account. Make sure to like this video. Let's get it to about 50 likes. And I'll slap Hasbulla in the face. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hasbulla chula!